So you might be seeing this purple and you're like, hell yeah, what a great way to start this video. And you know what? Normally, I would agree with you. This is probably entirely what the title is alluding to. There's this beautiful purple light here. I'm gonna even try and set this up so I can get nice, beautiful thumbnail right there too. Look at that, amazing. Well, I'll tell you what. It's not amazing. You wanna know why? It's a f***ing Elder Maul, bro! Oh my god, that's just beyond... Like, you can't be serious, dude. You can't be serious. This is another hit on the Mega Rare table. This is the literal first raid I did this week. The first raid I did this week. 1,162 KC. Elder Maul. The reason I'm angry, because I understand a lot of people will not get this. This is another hit on the weapons table. Meaning... it is a unique, which is cool. I might even find some use for it in solo raids. Potentially. I'm really not sure if it's going to be necessarily worth taking. But you know what? At least it's not a Kodai, I guess. Oh, that just hurts, dude. That hurts. That's item number 48. I mean, I guess it'll try and force me to improve in my solo raids by taking up another inventory slot. And at least it's new. You know, it's a new item. So it's a lot better than getting a third Kodai insignia. That hurts though, dude. That hurts so bad. Over here doing the next raid, I'm kind of trying to brainstorm some other uses for this maul, and I really can't think of too many, but Kalphite Queen is potentially where I'm probably going to end up using it a little bit, even if I don't use it too much in solo raids, just because it's going to definitely be safer to flinch the first phase of Kalphite Queen. So that's probably where I'm going to use it. Even if I get a bludgeon, I still think I'd rather use the Elder Maul just for safety reasons, and that way if I DC, I'm at least a little more likely to survive and get timed out or something. Oh, and of course, challenge mode Tecton, when I'm doing some of those, like I did some in the last hardcore video, so challenge mode Tecton, it's always going to be good, and you can afford the switch at that point, so at least it has that one guaranteed use. What a back-to-back. I'm actually so happy this isn't mine. Literally the next raid, though, and, Gitsin got himself an ancestral Rowbottom, and he needed that. That's a unique for him, so that's really, really cool. It's always nice to see someone else getting a unique as well, so that's awesome. It's one of the best items for solo raids, too, and he's very good at solo raiding, so it's cool to see him get that. So probably a pretty decent split as well. Man, like, I really didn't expect this kind of stuff to happen today. This is just like... you know, I go like 60 raids and get nothing, and then I get 2 items in really close proximity, like almost every time. It's really weird the way that works, but I already know what this one is, because I saw it on my main account because I didn't hide the chat on that one. It's an Arcane Prayer Scroll. You know what? That's only 2 mil now? Wow. That is really cheap. Yeah, it's only like 3 or 4 raids after the Elder Maul. But like, wow. 2 mil, that is... wow, that is really cheap. You know what? We saw a good item earlier for Gitsin, so I'm really not even mad, because they're just... the items are happening so quickly after, like, one after another. It's really hard to be mad when you're seeing so many drops. So, I've been doing Amethyst for quite a while, actually, almost an entire level at Amethyst. And I've realized that I already have 29,000 Amethyst arrow tips, which is quite a lot. I mean, obviously I don't have the T-bow yet, but, you know, nearly 30,000 arrows is going to last me a decent amount of time, so I don't really see too much point in staying there right now. I'd rather just work on getting my mining level a little bit higher. So maybe I'll go back when I get to like 97 or 98 mining. But for now, I'm just going to go back to Motherlode Mine for my AFK time. And, you know, I do still need some more of these unidentified minerals as well. I think I need another 60 for the lower tiered gloves, and then you might need more to combine them together, but that's just collection log stuff, so I can always work on that later too, or maybe just power mine iron or something over there. Don't get me wrong, MLM is still really, really slow for XP, but 93 mining, because this is way faster than Amethyst. So, I mean, I guess every time I'm working on a clue video or beating the bot stuff, I'll at least get some time to come over here and slowly knock out 99 mining. I'm probably gonna do this with a lot of the gathering oriented skills, so I'll probably do something similar with rune crafting as well. Maybe, I mean, woodcutting is a joke, that's just redwoods. Okay, time for the first big goal of this video, and that's actually going to be making all of these mahogany logs into planks. I don't know if I need necessarily all of them. I'll probably calculate it out, but I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna just make the majority of them anyway. So we'll do that. However, before I do that, because that's gonna be really expensive, I need to make some money. As you can see, I am running kind of dry in terms of coins. So I'm gonna just do some agility. I haven't done it in a very, very long time, and I have a lot of stuff down here to work through. I don't really care too much about keeping like crazy high amounts of like rune 2H's or any of that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna start alching all this. Okay, so rough estimation, I'm gonna need around like 50 million GP. I can almost guarantee that I have that in here. It's more so a matter of this is gonna take a lot longer than I thought it would. So this isn't necessarily the wisest decision in terms of time, but if you take a look at my inventory, I have a lot of lower tiered items, like a bunch of adamant and like some yew longbows and stuff like that. A lot of this is just leftover items from the massive medium clue grind on this account. So to those of you who don't remember, it took me like 750 mediums to get rangers. So I figure even though this stuff is gonna generate less money, I have the nature runes to do this. Not really a whole lot of use for nature runes in the end game. And it's also going to free up some bank slots to just get rid of these items that I really don't pick up or receive from drops anymore. Because inevitably, I'm going to need those bank slots in the future. Well, I finished up a lot of the smaller stuff like the adamant. I decided to drop just like the yew short bows and yew long bows. Basically anything worth less than 2k per alch. Just because honestly, it didn't really feel worth my time. And if worst case scenario, I somehow actually run out of money, I also have a ton of soul runes and blood runes, though I'm probably gonna hold on to the blood runes from raids that I can always just sell off as well. I don't know, I have a hard time justifying alching things worth less than 2k. It just really doesn't feel worth it. At some point eventually I'm gonna have to go through this this tab as well. It has like, you know, some clue items that aren't storable because certain clue items are only storable in sets. But then it also has like a bunch of stuff that you use for clue scrolls. So I'm not really sure which stash units I have built and which ones I don't have built and which ones need what. So I'll go through that at some point. But as you can see, I still have like 50 bank slots right now. So that's a problem for another day. Alright, so the bottom of my inventory still has some of the stuff that I need to finish alching, which doesn't look like too much until you get to the 3,367 onyx bolts. Yeah. I also have some stuff up here, though, like some javelin heads from demonics, and believe it or not, these actually both have very, very decent alch values. Like, even the rune ones have an 810 alch value, and then a bunch of mithril plates that I must have made a long time ago during some smithing grind or something. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hop between worlds at Martin at the Rogue's Den, because this shop starts by buying things at their high alch price. So I don't really feel like, you know, alching an extra 10,000 things. So I'm just going to sell these things here, and then I'll still alch the rest of this. The onyx bolts just have such a high value that I really don't think it's worth dumping them here. So I'll just spend the extra like 6 hours of agility alching those. Alright, you know what? I'm just dumping the remainder of what I have. That took like 2 hours, dude. I mean, you know, 12.2 mil is nothing to, you know, nothing to scoff at. And these are the remaining alchables we have. So obviously I'm going to way overshoot the 50 mil that I need just for the construction. But I'm sure I'll use the GP in other places at some point for, you know, buying certain things or whatever. But that's finally done. Sold off those items. And that's 12 mil that I definitely would not have wanted to get by alching. I don't think I've really mentioned this, but the big thing that I've actually been concerned about when doing all these raids is actually super restore potions. So I couldn't think of really any great ways to farm out snapdragon seeds. Like, sure, I could do master farmer, you know, I could kill skeletal wyverns or necreals, but the best thing I thought of is just occasionally throwing in farming guild runs and just doing as many contracts as I can possibly do. So far, it's been working out. Because, like, out of all the other herbs and everything, it's easy to get renars, it's easy to get toad flax and make brews, but snapdragons are always the anomaly, so if this gets me some passive snapdragon seeds, it's definitely worth doing. You know, I actually got a lot more from the alchs and whatnot than I expected to, probably because I actually did take that route and sell some stuff to the general store. So, I have 56 mil I think this will be enough. And I kind of want to give myself a little bit of a break from alch agility right now. As you can see, got a decent amount of marks from it. Another 102 to give me some more stam potions whenever I run out of those. I'm going to save the onyx bolts for another time. But the tab is looking pretty barren now. Everything's just like one remaining of pretty much all this stuff. So it's a little weird, I have to admit. But I guess it's time to go start making some planks. That'll be fun. Now, I know this isn't, like, the fastest way to do this, and you're supposed to do it on PvP worlds, but last time I was making planks on PvP worlds, I almost walked out of the area, like, numerous times, so I'm just using the Sears Village teleport and just running to the bank, because, honestly, I feel like it would be just the absolute stupidest way to die if I just accidentally walked out of a safe zone while making planks on a PvP world. And, honestly, on top of that, it's, like, I can still probably make about 5k planks per hour as opposed to like the 6k you can make. So it's not that big of a difference. I understand there's a lot of bouncing around this video. 90 to 91 woodcutting at Redwoods. I was actually doing this while I was opening all of the hard clue caskets and doing all the master clues that I got with them because I couldn't really do construction and mining wasn't AFK enough. So yeah, I'll take a free total level. My lord. This took a little longer than I thought, or maybe it took exactly as long as I thought, but doing this for about 6 hours is not exactly a pleasant experience. But that is all of the mahogany logs turned into planks. I am very poor. Again, this video I started poor, got rich, and we are now poor again. So I'm not really sure if I'm gonna need to do any more alching in this video. Probably not, but we'll see. Maybe I will. There's 43,000 mahogany planks. There's 90 mil worth of mahogany planks. That is beautiful. Now we get to actually train the skill. And while I was just scrolling through this tab, I forgot that I have these. I have 3,600 battle staves and some fire orbs that are probably left over from Cerberus. So I'll probably make those and just alch them. I mean, there's no way I'm going to make orbs and do all that for all of the battle staves, but, you know, if I already have these, it'll free up a bank slot too, so yeah, why not? So it begins. Level 84. You know, the one downside to playing without XP orbs is that you don't see when you're about to get levels. So that's already 85. You know, I forgot how fast construction is, and it's so satisfying, especially with everything being able to just be clicked, like, from hotkeys now. This is so nice, and since I have a gaming mouse, I literally have to pay almost no attention and can just use all the buttons on my mouse. This is super easy. 86, horrible screen region. 87, construction. I'm starting to get concerned that I might run out of money in my coffer for my butler, so if that happens, I guess I will have to do some more alch agility, unfortunately. And there is level 88. 89. 25,000 planks left, and that is 90 construction, another 90 skill to the bag, and 2140 total level. The nice thing about this too is that if I work on a couple of other skills, namely fletching and fire making, I guess thieving a little bit as well, I can make prayer my lowest skill, and then doing Tears of Gothics again is actually going to be relevant. Because prayer on a hardcore, it's not the most difficult skill to train, but it's definitely fairly time consuming. 91! There is 92 construction. 17,000 mahogany planks left. I'm thinking I'm probably going to get like 94, maybe halfway to 95 with the planks that I have left. And then we're going to have to do oak larders or oak dungeon doors with the oak planks we have, which isn't too many. And the fun grind of mythical cape racks. 93, getting up there. Admittedly, starting to get a little bit of the RSI in my fingers from doing this, but that is 94 construction, and 800k to the next level means that we do have just a little bit over enough mahogany planks to get past 95, and then I think it's teak planks the rest of the way. I'm really hoping I calculated this right. If not, I'm pretty sure I still have some stuff in Kingdom that I can use. 95, and because of two reasons. One, my hand is cramping up, and two, I'm almost out of money for my butler. After I'm done with all these mahogany planks, I'm actually going to have to take a break and do a little bit more agility. I'll probably go until I get the agility level, because then I should have more than enough to get the rest of the way to 99. Fuse invited me to join him for some mass raids, and I decided to do it just to have a little bit of fun. And someone got a pair of dragon claws. I'm not taking any splits or anything, but you know, it's just nice to see items, honestly. It's always cool, and they're super hyped about it. Well, I did bank in between because I was doing raids for like 5 hours or something like that. Didn't get anything in my name, but that's okay. It was kind of fun. So this is going to be the agility level here. I think I got another like 20 or something marks of grace and another couple of mils, so we have way more than enough to get 99 construction now. And you know, 92 agility is also pretty nice because the hallowed sepulcher the hallowed sepulcher exists now. And I might do that at some point to get the Ring of Endurance. I'm not sure. Very glad I took a little look at my bank there, because I just remembered I have over 20 long bones and 6 curved bones to turn in. So I'm going to do that and probably claim a decent bit of construction XP from it. Alright, first inventory. I don't really remember how to do this. Yes, okay, I guess I just used it on him. Alright, what are we getting from this one? 121,000 XP. Wow. That's a little bit more than I thought I'd get. And then I probably have another like 10 or 15k in the bank. Alright, 4 more curved bones. Let's just grab that free XP. Thank you, sir. And that's another 27,000. Very nice. So I don't even know if it's still possible because of all the changes and things that are and aren't allowed on RuneLet anymore. But I used to be able to do this method the same way I did mahogany tables, where I didn't have to move my mouse. But no matter how much I tried, I couldn't seem to get it set up, so I'm not sure if it's even still possible to do. I looked around and I couldn't find any videos of people doing it either anymore. So I might just go and get more mahogany logs from Kingdom and just do tables and shit, because this is going to be so annoying to have to freehand. Okay, so based on the number of ores I just had to mine to get back to 100% favor, I'm assuming I will have more than enough logs in here to push me the rest of the way. Yeah, 3,000. I'm pretty sure that'll be more than enough if I just make those into planks, and then I'll just do benches instead of mythical cape racks, because I'm gonna be honest, it's probably going to actually save me time doing it that way, even though it's gonna cost me a little bit more money, and it just saves me some sanity, because freehanding construction is terrible. 3 more levels to go. I hate everything that has to do with teak planks. Benches are a little awkward too. I don't think I've ever really done benches before because, I don't know, there's just like a lot of extra options here because of the theme space that's like everywhere. It's very weird. Okay, so pardon the horrible screen region, but I kind of want to keep trading my construction while I'm talking here. So, I am incredibly dumb. All the calculations I did before I started training construction put me basically right at the cusp of getting 99 with the planks that I had. Now, we obviously got a little bit of extra XP from those extra mahoganies and all of the long and curved bones, which you would think would make up for my mistake. However, my mistake was that I calculated all of my teak planks making mythical cape racks instead of making teak benches. Now, mythical cape racks give you like a 40% increase on XP per plank used, so they almost give the same amount of XP per plank as mahogany logs do, which means I'm gonna wind up about 1 million XP short of 99 now. So I'm gonna have to like AFK chop some mahoganies or something, because at this point I'm way too committed to the goal to not just finish it out, and it also means I'm gonna need some more GP. Now, I could make mythical cape racks with the rest of the teak planks I have, but it's just so slow XP-wise per hour that, to me, even though this is probably going to take roughly the same amount of time and is definitely a way more roundabout way of doing it, I would much rather just do this method. And even if I were to make mythical cape racks now, I still wouldn't have 99 banked. That was a big miscalculation. I'm not sure when I'm going to take the break to chop the mahoganies. At some point I will. I even tried, like really tried, to do the mythical cape method easily again, but the amount of extra time it's going to take me from having to do all like the freehand mouse movements, it's just not worth it. So I'm sticking to my guns. We're just gonna have to chop some mahoganies. This taken a lot longer than I thought it would. I'm not going to lie. I'm really hoping my calculations are correct this time, but after this, I'm going to check the bank. And of course the tree falls. Does that count as catching the level? I don't know. 92 woodcutting. Got that entire level from chopping these mahogany trees. I'm gonna check the bank and then grab whatever. If I'm very close to the amount I think I need, just grab the rest from the couple days that have piled up at Kingdom. Alright, as long as I have like at least a couple hundred logs in here, I should be good. Alright, 444. I think that'll be enough. If I'm wrong, it's gonna be by such a minuscule margin. But I also have to use all the oak planks I have in my bank. So, I guess we'll see. But of course, before we do that, we have to do some more agility. Because I need another, like, 10 mil. Luckily, I have the alchs in my bank, it's just gonna take some time to get there. I am just kicking myself for this. Finally back at it. That is 98. My screen region is terrible. There we go. That is 98 construction. Just gotta work through these last handful of teak planks, then all of the mahoganies I have, and I'll be wrapping it up with the oaks. Oh yeah, also, because of all of the copious amounts of extra levels I've gotten in this video, that's 2150 total. That's actually pretty impressive. I think we're coming up on like the top 200 hardcores now for total level. Which, I mean, it's never something I expected to aim for, but hey, you know, now that we're here, might as well. Alright, let's get back into like a half-decent screen region here and finish up these oak dungeon doors for the last time. This grind was... honestly, the actual training of construction was not bad at all. I didn't mind it. In fact, this is one of my favorite skills to train. But my miscalculations screwed me. Shout out to Scrubs for the 9th time. I had to rewatch pretty much the entire show while I was doing this entire grind. So, you know, great show. Alright, here we go. Bam! 99 construction. Honestly, in my opinion, the most useful 99 on any Iron or Hardcore Iron Man account. Now, there's still a bunch of stuff in my POH that I could actually construct, and I probably will at some point. Like, I want to get my POH to be as small as possible while still having all of the proper fixtures and whatnot, because it loads faster if it's a smaller POH. So I want to condense these portal rooms into a Nexus eventually, but obviously I don't really have the money for that right now. And as you guys know, I did a lot of alching already in this video, so I kind of want to take a little bit of a break from that. But of course, the first thing that we're going to do is pick up that 99 cape. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is like the closest estate agent to a teleport. Pretty sure you can buy this at any estate agent. Now, of course, as most of you guys already know, the construction skill cape is a lot of teleports. And of course, as is tradition, and you guys have probably seen all this before, but as is tradition, let's go ahead and throw that beautiful skill cape emote. This one's like, it's an skill cape. But the reason this is such a useful cape is because of this. No runes, nothing. I can teleport to my POH, and as you guys know, the POH is the hub for everything, as I just showed you guys literally 30 seconds ago. I have tons of teleports here. Of course, I have the rejuvenation pool, you have the jewelry box, you have everything that you need in the POH. So it gives you that teleport an infinite number of times, which is insanely useful, especially for things like clue scrolls and bossing. And then, of course, it also has this teleport option, which lets you teleport to any of the other house portal locations. Once again, insanely useful for clue scrolls, which I plan on doing and have already done a lot of on this account. So, you know, it didn't really happen the way I intended it to. It took a lot longer than I intended it to, but that's because of my own mistake. But other than that, you know, I'm really happy with this. I'm probably going to get rid of the construction cape hood because, I don't know, I'm not going to waste the bank space on that. Come on, let's be honest. It's just a huge waste of bank space. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video nonetheless. I know it's a bit different than the norm, but we still got some raids in, and this way I didn't really feel like I was burning out doing raids, because I'll be honest, I just don't really enjoy solos as much as team raids. I've made that pretty clear over the last couple of episodes, and I hope you guys understand that. And regardless of that, we started off really strong by finally getting a new unique, even though it was a little bit of a bittersweet moment, kind of a, you know, little kick to the nads, but that's alright, you know, it's still a new item, and it'll have at least some use down the line. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'd appreciate that a whole lot. And I'll see you guys in the next video, where I will probably continue to work on getting some more skills while working on getting my raids KC up. Peace out, everybody. Have a fantastic day.
Baby, but you know I never will. No. So I choke you down just like a